I had good times out there too. Jeez, we all got out one night and we got a company car and we had gone to put on a demonstration for something, so we had camera equipment and everything in the trunk. Jeez, we decided to go down to see where the hot spots were.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
St. Paul. Well, St. Paul not so much. Minneapolis was better.
Yeah.
It was only over the river. You know, it's just twin cities.
Yeah.
So we were down there, geez, we were drinking, a bunch of us there. Here's, you know, I'm thinking, here's all that camera stuff.
Oh, in your trunk?
In the trunk of the car.
Damn.
Some of it sticking out, some of it in the back seat.
Yep.
Finally, I says, you know, I think we got to get out of here before
Yep.
we get caught. So
Or before you got robbed, because if you got robbed.
Too.
Yep.
One of the other, a fellow that worked there,
Yep.
he said, I'll show you all the hot spots. Okay. But I went out there, you know. Then here's another story. I got picked to go to the National Safety Conference one year. They said, you know, you're doing such a good job with us, we'd like to send you out to the National Safety Conference in Chicago.
Yeah.
So I said, wow, that's nice, you know. So it was great. You know, it was a big convention, big giant hall, lots of people, all kinds of demonstrations. So we met up with one of the deputy chiefs of the Chicago Police Department. And by the time we met him, he was feeling no pain. You know, so we got to talking with him about police and all that stuff. And he says, well, he says, would you like to see what a police car looks like? So I said, yeah, sure. So he takes it out, and he takes us out. You know, he's feeling pretty good, and he's feeling pretty uppity. He takes us out to the car, and he said, oh, you don't see too much inside here, do you? Why did I open the trunk? And he opens the trunk. The trunk is all full of guns.
Oh, my
All
God.
kinds of guns and stuff. So he's pointing, he's showing it. He says, see this gun? He says, this has got an infrared sight on it. I could shoot the eye off a needle. See that window way up there in that apartment house? For somebody I wanted to shoot, I could shoot him just like that.
Wow.
And he's talking away, and all of a sudden the radio comes on. They're making a bust at some bar or someplace like
Yeah.
that. Wow. He goes, okay, hop in the back.
No.
He says, we're off. He says, yeah, he says, hop in the back. And so we jumped in the back, and there was two of us. And off he goes, woo, woo, woo. He's going through it. He says, isn't this fun?
Oh, my God.
So we got
And you're
there.
sweating it out back there.
Yeah, we get there, and there's all cops' cars all around the place. And cops are running into this place, and it's a big joint, you know. So he says, okay, he says, follow me, stay behind me.
No!
We got out of the car, and I says, we're getting the hell out of here.
Yeah.
I'm not staying here. I don't care about anybody.
Yep.
And we ran from there. We finally got a cab, and we went back to the convention center. I never saw that police chief again.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, just stay behind me.
Yeah, that's right.
Crazy.
Well, they start shooting.
Yeah, I know.
Of course, he's got his guns out, too. You know, the cops are running all around, guns all over the place.
Yep.
Sounds like he was going to deputize you, though.
I know.
Yeah,
No.
Grab a gun.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah,
What?
grab a gun. Oh, my God. That was my adventure with the law.
Jeez.
But, yeah, those were pretty good days when they did that.
Yep.
Yeah, they'd always send 2 or 3 of us, you know, at a time. Yeah, when you worked in loss prevention, you were kind of a special person. You know, we'd go in. I'd go in. I'd be getting into the office at like 9 o'clock in the morning. Everybody's been working since 8.
Yep.
And like, here we come, strolling in, you know, with a desk, sit at the desk, and then 3 o'clock, we'd say, well, you know, it's time to go. Off we'd go. So
Yep.
most of the office workers didn't like us because we had it made.
Yeah.
Yeah, come and go as we pleased, as long as we got the work done.
Yep.
Yeah, and get it in on time. So, and I always did that. I never was delinquent with stuff.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Dave, he was always behind with his
Oh,
stuff.
jeez.
Yeah, I got a couple commendation letters that I was the only one in the whole New England office that got all his work in on
On time. And
specified time.
yep.
So it was good. Yeah. Yeah. And well, one other story.
Do you want a chair instead of the stool?
I might sit down
Yeah.
over, or
Yeah.
I'll pull that over because the stool's getting tired.
Yeah. Yeah, one other story.
Yeah, you can take
I
the
was
pillow
making an
off if you
inspection of a high-rise building in Boston. I think it was a 63 building. It was a new building under construction. And we were ensuring some of the construction crew, the structural company. So I had to go up and see what they're doing, make sure they had tag lines and that they were tied off and everything, because you get up about 60 stories and it can be windy. Very, very windy,
Yeah.
and it can be nice and calm down on the street. But you get up there, so I'm up there, and making sure that all the safety lines are all tied off and everything, and everybody's, got their hard hats on and stuff like that. So the guy says, "There's quite a view up here." He says, "Where did you park your car?" And I says, "Down in the right near the Hanover Street, down near the market section." And at that time there was a elevated highway that went right through the middle of the city, so there was a lot of parking underneath it. So he says, "Well, here, take my binoculars and see if you can see where you parked." So I'm going like this, and I says, "Oh, wait a minute, I got it. Oh, Jesus." And I goes, "Oh, Jesus." I says, "Two guys that got next to my car, and they were ripping out." I had a new car, I had a new station wagon that I had bought, and that wagon, the spare tire was in the back on the inside, so you could see the part of it, And there they were. They were two guys, and they had opened the back of the car and taken out the spare tire and the jack, and they were jacking it up. And now this is what happened. They took the spare tire out and they put it next to the car, and then they took the tire off the rear wheel. They took the rear wheel off, and I'm watching this going on. And as soon as they got that rear wheel off, another car come on. They threw the two wheels in the car and off they went.
Yep.
Oh.
So
Here's
it was
my car sitting there.
And you're stuck up there.
yeah.
On a jack. So I goes, "Oh, Jesus." So they call the police, and they got away.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
I think
Yeah.
they probably went over the bridge,
And that was
gone.
it. Yep.
Yeah, so I had to call and get a spare tire going. I
Oh.
called the company and everything, but oh my God! Imagine looking up and you're way up in the air, you're looking down, and your car's being ripped off.
Yeah, if you're up that high, you wouldn't have
And
enough
there's
time to
nothing
get
you
down
can
to
do.
that.
By the time
Yeah.
I got there, no, never got down there.
Day before cell
Jeez.
phones.
Yeah.
Might have been a little different.
So I came along, and it happened that then I bought a used tire and a wheel, and I put that in the compartment on
Okay.
the side, on the inside. And within about 3 weeks later, I parked my car in Boston,
Yep.
and I did an inspection. I parked it at a meter. I come back, and the back door and the back trunk, because it was an up trunk,
Yep.
was open, and they had taken the cover off the tire.
So and
And then they saw it was a used tire, and they went off. I was parked right up against the curb, too,
Yep.
so they couldn't rip off the rear wheel.
Oh.
Yeah, but see, it might have been the same people that could have.
it could have
Yeah.
been.
Yeah,
And they know how to open that trunk just like that.
Right.
And
Yeah.
yep.
They figured, oh, he's got a new spare tire.
Yep.
I never put a new tire in
Yep.
the trunk on that kind of a car.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was a nice car. It had you could flip the seat of the last seat over and sit, facing out.
Yep.
It was a rear turning seat. 'Cause I used to get.
And was
if I
this a
was working
station
in
wagon?
Boston, I'd get down on the waterfront.
Yep.
I'd bring my lunch or something, you know, and I'd pull out on one of the piers there, and then flip the seat over, and
Oh, nice.
yeah, I could watch everything. I
Beautiful.
saw a dead guy there, though.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
You mean some dead guy floating by?
No, it was down the bottom.
What?
Yeah, I pulled into this, I think it was a Commonwealth Pier or one of the others along the waterfront there.
Yeah.
I had pulled in that day and I was sitting, I backed the car up right next to the edge of the pier so I could, you know, see the water
Yeah.
and everything. And I started to eat my lunch and I'm looking over like this from the back of the car. And it's kind of weird down there. I could see something.
Yep.
So then I said, well, I don't know what the heck that is. So I got out of the car and then I peered over and I could see down about maybe 12 or 14 feet an outline of a body.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. And so I'm sitting there, I'm wondering, you know, what should I do? And then about that time, a couple of cops' cars came along.
Yep.
So I goes, oh, geez, I don't want to get involved with this. So I just got back in the car and drove off. And they were driving around, you know, stopping here and there. And as I drove off the pier, I saw them pull over to where I was.
Yep.
So somebody tipped them off that somebody had dumped somebody
Yeah.
in there. But that was it was. It was a
Nice.
body.
Wow.
Weighted down. But they used to steal cars and drive them off the end of the pier.
Yep.
You know, they were always pulling up cars.
Good God.
Yeah, but yeah. So that's about that's about that for that.
Well, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm saying, you want to take a break, go up, have a little piece of cake?
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Oh, I gotta tell you,
Okay.
a nice thing from Claire.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, she sent me a whole box of cookies.
Oh, good
Really?
girl.
These fancy cookies. Oh
Oh.
my God. I got a little
Okay.
note from her that came with it.
Oh, good girl.
Yeah, very good. Nice big ones. All kinds of fancy ones, you know.
Oh, jeez.
And a little thing on it said, put them in the oven, put them in your microwave for 10 seconds.
Yep.
Heats
Oh.
them up. Ooh,
Yeah.
they are so good.
Excellent.
I'll show you them.
Okay.
You can have one.